Hello guys, and welcome to another Crew 42 feature featuring the Towch Twins, baby. Let's go. Reed Frescura and
Andrew Marwede back in action, hosting the Flip City Open presented by Tilly's Disc Golf. At the gorgeous Flip City Disc Golf course, one of the top in the country, actually, #1 in Michigan.
Cody Fortner sponsoring it off.
Greatly appreciate all the Patreon supporters.
Thank you guys. Alright, we got Willie Prince here out of Wyoming, Michigan, so quite a little bit of a trip for him, but 26 career wins this year. He's been doing pretty well.
Got myself also on the feature card, representing the nice little mitten bag there.
Oh, I thought that was a tea bag for a second.
Yeah, same thing.
Do you throw with that on, or?
No, it's on the bag.
Okay.
Kyle Williams next, out of Cadillac, Michigan. Super fun guy to play with.
Probably the most positive guy in the game right now.
Maybe the second most positive guy, Josh Taylor, 1002 rated.
I wonder what he was looking at there. He kind of looked a little distracted for a second. Anyways, we've got hole 1, par 3, 250 feet. Usually there's a little bit of wind on this hole, but the play is just a standard righty hyzer, or if you're a lefty, I said a lefty forehand. But the goal here is you just want to aim for that tree and just barely miss it.
I'm just ripping on a AVR X3 right now, just trying to throw it nice and wide. Just stable putter shot. Goes a little bit deep, but I'm okay with that.
Your forehand's looking a lot better this year, Andy. Have you been practicing?
That's a weird looking forehand.
Got Team Discraft Willie Prince up. I would guess he's probably throwing maybe a Challenger OS, but just throws it nice and easy. Yep, OS it is. The Challenger OS.
Looks like Josh Taylor throwing an overstable mid-range, I think.
Yeah, did you notice that guy was more of a Discraft guy or an Innova guy?
I think he throws mostly Discraft, if not all.
Attaboy. Got to represent Michigan, right? Pure Michigan, baby.
Last but not least, Kyle. Looks a little high out of the hands. I guess not. No, pretty perfect, actually.
Oh,
almost
my
aces
God.
I was wrong. Everyone going a little bit deep on the first hole, but all within the circle have pretty decent looks for 2.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, first round of the tournament, got to get those turning nerves out, and throwing farther will be the best way to do it. What do you mean?
How does that not catch?
Isn't that a chain star? They're supposed to catch everything, right, Discraft?
I missed the old baskets already.
Oh,
No, these baskets are fairly new. Oh God, I'm not sure if I should talk these baskets up now. No, they're good though. They recently got new baskets, and they're pretty good for the most part, just minus this hole.
Yeah, the old ones are basically homemade, so anything's an upgrade from those. So yeah, I mean, tell me a little bit about the weather today, Andy. What was it like out there?
Well, definitely a pretty sunny day. I can't remember if it was that windy during this first round or not, but definitely a hot one. Really can't complain though. It's sun shining out, playing in Flip City. Pretty good day for disc golf.
How much gold bond are we talking about? Is it more like first round, or do you kind of wait till the second round to see how it goes?
I think it's like you wait to see how it goes.
Okay.
Moving on, we got hole 2, 502 feet. Kind of a low ceiling shot. I know classic play is air shot to get to the shade area, or if you're feeling frisky, go for a big roller. But definitely a hard deuce. Just trying to maybe get your 3 and move on.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Got Josh up here first. I think he's just going for an air shot, playing it safe. With his crank, probably.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I know he likes to throw that a lot.
Yeah, I think Crew 42 needs to get like a radar out here or something so we can check these arm speeds.
Speed gun action.
I mean, if you're listening to this, Zach, I just want you to let you know, you can always use my radar gun when you want, buddy. I got you.
I got my new Tour Series Sidewinder here.
No.
Beef winder.
Roller?
Just throwing as far as I can at the ground.
Oh my gosh. Andy has been practicing. Oh, fuck.
Did it hit that tree? Oh, it did. I knew it. Close enough though. Probably a long circle 2 look. I was very happy with that shot.
I don't know, I'm kind of just in awe by how great that roller was. You don't really see Andrew Marwede pull a roller out too often.
Every once in a while. Got Willie here, known for his big distance. I think he was going for an air shot, just kind of left it a little bit too low, but that's fine. Anywhere in the short grass is okay.
Yeah, he's been working out quite a bit over this offseason, so he's getting a lot more power than he's used to.
This is probably a boss from Kyle. Nice high turnover. Leaks a little left, but honestly that's pretty perfect. It's a good opening over there. That should be an easy 3.
Yeah, pretty routine upshot by Josh Taylor. So Andy, let me ask you: is this course more of a cart course, or is it more of like a you want to bring your bag sort of thing?
So I see a lot of people bring their carts to this course, but there's just too many hills, too many rocks for me. So I bring my bag for this course usually, but I don't know. It's a long course too, so either one works. I'm more of a bag person.
Understandable. What is that? That's a good layup by Kyle Williams. I don't know. Is Kyle Williams much of a guy who likes to run the basket on those kind of upshots?
He's got so much touch with his putter, throws. Oh, actually, I think there was. I don't remember what happened on that shot. I think someone either hit the basket right as I was about to putt. So
good stop.
And
good
reset.
Stop.
The first time it was going to go in, not that time though.
Probably had to click your heels together 5 times to make that second one go in. But
yeah, I just wasn't feeling the second one. The first one, I should have just went with it.
Yep, easy peasy. Have you seen any yard sales with the carts out on this course with all those hills and whatnot?
I think I did see one actually. I forget who it was though, but he definitely called it out too right when it happened. Yard sale. At least it didn't roll down though.
Now I don't want to say any names, but I feel like something of that much misfortune could only happen to Nate Wegren. Was it Nate Wegren?
Honestly, I don't remember. Have you seen it happen with him?
I mean, I just feel like he gets the craziest luck sometimes, especially with his carts and stuff. I think last time I talked to him, he was at the point where he was just bringing 5 discs in his backpack because he was just over it at that point.
Next hole here, we got hole 3, par 3, 374 feet. Plays slightly downhill, but definitely all of 370, I would believe. A classic play is a big forehand shot, turnover backhand with a fairway maybe. I think that's what Josh here is doing. Or if you're a lefty, it's a hyzer, but that doesn't count.
I don't know, though. Is the fairway the right play, though? Is that going to get you up to the basket or past it for a nice putt? I mean, what do you think?
It's just hard with the low ceiling. I don't know, so it's hard to go past. So I guess if you have that distance driver turnover, it works too.
Yeah, I don't know. That low ceiling's kind of sketchy. What are you throwing there, buddy?
One of my beat-up destroyers. Nice little hyzer flip and hit the line pretty good. Just a little bit short, but well inside the circle.
Oh. I noticed you kind of had a little bit of a skip there. Are we going to see a lot more skips this round, are you thinking, with the dryness like it's been in Michigan?
I've definitely noticed there was more skips than usual out here. Usually this grass is pretty thick, but I know Mr. McKenzie has been doing a lot of maintenance on the course. It's looking really nice this year.
Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing Willie probably threw a distance driver because that thing went so far.
I think he was just talking about his forehand too, and he outdrove the hole by 80 feet or so. It's a 400-foot plus sidearm from Willie.
Jesus. Okay, well, I applaud him for at least trying to run the basket there because that makes for good coverage. Ain't nobody, hear this, ain't nobody trying to see no layups on these kind of videos, okay? All runs.
Looks like Kyle had a pretty good run on it. It's usually one of the windiest parts of the course too out here next to the road. Doesn't seem too happy about that one. He stared at that for a while.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Easy putt for Marwede.
Gotta love those forehand holes. I think the rest of the card is just tapping in their threes, trying to move on to the next hole.
So what weekend was this event again?
I'm not really sure.
I know it was like was it mid-June or May? Was it late May? Because I remember it was still kind of sketchy with like the situation we had going on.
I just can't remember.
Oh,
I
anyways,
should've looked this up beforehand.
yeah, we got hole 4, 293 feet. It's uphill, and they actually moved the basket just a little bit to the left from its original position. So I mean, pretty much, if you can just hit the hill and play for a nice skip up there, you should be good to go.
I think this whole play is much harder too, where it's definitely a good change, but you used to be able to throw like a nice hard fairway driver nice and straight, but now you kind of have to, oops, let's not worry about that shot. But you have to kind of like move past the trees as it's going left, so it's a really good change. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. As a lefty, I don't like it, but who cares what a lefty thinks?
True. Looks like Josh hits the line pretty well, a little bit inside, and those are kind of those guardian trees you have to just go past in order to have a good clean putt at it.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to what percentage of the field actually birdied this one.
I would guess roughly 29.6%.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking more like 33%, but I would take 29. Oh, that is some misfortune by those roots.
Still inside the circle though, so he's probably not too mad, but a lot of the ground action on this hole is unpredictable, so not much you can do about that.
Now, I see there's not as many roots towards the bottom of the hill. Have you ever thought about throwing maybe like a hard distance driver kind of straight at the base of the hill to try and get like a skip up?
Big old flare skip. That could be a pretty nice play, actually. I'm just worried about hitting that gap, which I didn't do, obviously, but...
Oh, God. Is that a pig?
That was actually a Firebird. That was a pretty bad spot to be in.
Okay.
Not where you want to be.
Those uphill putts are tough, and you're going to see a lot of these out here, especially at Flip City. Nice putt by Kyle.
You got Willie for his 2.
Yeah.
Dead center.
I just want to know what Willie's doing with his shirt. Is it tucked in? Is it not tucked in? Like, be one or the other, but he's kind of like in between. You ever seen like the hockey players that like tuck half their shirt in and leave the other half just like flailing about?
That's kind of what he's doing right now.
Yeah. It's good style. Don't get me wrong, Willie. It's fantastic. I love your style. I'm just curious, like...
I think he just throws too hard, so when he twists his body, like half of it comes untucked, and then he just leaves it.
That's fair.
I'll have to ask him. All right, moving on. Hole 5, 286 feet. Probably one of the hardest par 3s on the course. I know the traditional play is backhand for a righty, backhand flip up, either throwing a mid really hard or like a flippy-ish fairway driver. We got OB on the right, so you can't turn it over, and it goes severely downhill past the basket and to the left. So very tight landing zone and to a death putt if you want to run the putt.
Which makes for a very fun hole, and hopefully we'll get some exciting shots to see here.
It's kind of what you see with that hill right off the tee pad. You really can't afford to throw it too low, so sometimes it just goes nose up and goes down that hill. But that's honestly a fine shot. That way you have a uphill putt at the basket, so you can give it a good run. So nothing wrong with that. A little bit inside for Kyle, but nice kick, middle of the fairway. Should be able to get up and down.
Forehand? What do you mean, Andy?
I promise there's almost a line. Just trying to do a nice little baby flex with my Firebird on the inside of that tree that everyone's trying to beat.
Tell me it gets under the branches.
I'll hit one of the later trees. It would have flexed back maybe. I'm just trying to get to the left side though. That way I can have an uphill, because I really don't want to have an approach shot going down that hill because it's a scary approach.
So would you say the lefty could probably take that gap, or would you not advise it?
I mean, I wouldn't really advise taking that route, but I just do it because I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, one time we were playing out here, Vanessa and I, and we let these casuals play through, and this guy must have hit, like, the first tree up the hill, and it kicked, like, behind the tee pad. This guy was so mad. He didn't even, because we're like, you guys want to play mulligan? Doesn't even answer us. He's so mad. Like, it's casual golf, guy. Have fun here. This is Flip City. Oh, no. Well, that could have turned out better.
Yeah, having a little bit of rough time on this hole, but he'll at least have a putt, maybe to save his 4.
So I see the branches are moving a bit. I mean, did you guys have any wind to deal with here on this, or?
Not too much on this hole, I don't think. Maybe there was a slight headwind, because I think I remember Kyle saying he wasn't really trying to run it that hard, but ends up hitting cage. So he almost just cashed that 100-foot death putt, which would have been awesome.
Casual cash.
Got Willie here for his birdie look. Not too bad of a spot. Just hard getting all that distance on that uphill putt, but nothing wrong with the easy 3 on this hole. You don't see too many deuces on this one.
You know, for a second, I almost thought Josh Taylor had a phone number on the back of his jersey in case he lost it, but I just think it says established, and then, like, the date of when it was established, so. Not a bad idea, though. I would do that. You know you're getting bad, though, when you have to put your phone number on your underwear or something like that. You're like, oh, like, where'd I put my underwear?
You never know. Hole 6 here, 286 feet. Pretty downhill. Classic play here, just throwing a stable mid-range or anything pretty much stable out wide to the right and let it crash in. Only really trouble here is that tree off here to the left. Definitely close to a must get in the pro division.
Would you say it plays 286 though?
No, probably closer to maybe 250.
What do you think it's? I feel like it plays a little bit longer, to be honest.
You think so?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I have to work out more. No idea what that disc was, but it was a good shot.
Kyle here just throwing an overstable mid-range. Nice low and flat, hoping it skips up perfectly. Very nice.
Let's see what the Marwede brings to the table. What's he gonna do? I'm gonna guess backhand, rock, park job.
Gator, close enough.
Gator?
Though. Yeah.
That's the straightest flying gator I've ever seen in my life.
It's pretty beat up. It's pretty old gator. Gotta bring the beef, though.
Dang, you guys are making this hole look easy. For all you AM3 players out there, it's not as easy as it looks.
What'd you throw on it? So lefty sidearm?
I mean, if I would have been gracious enough to play this event, I would have went lefty sidearm. But I mean, yeah. Nice putt, Marwede. That's pretty good.
Thanks, man.
Easy 2 for you. You're probably just used to tapping those in at, what's that home course for you in Alpena? Lumberjack, something?
Yeah, Lumberjack Meadows.
Yep.
If you haven't been there, go check it out. It's not quite as pretty, but it's what we got in Alpena, so you gotta deal with it.
COVID free. All right, hole 7, 303 feet. Basically, you want to throw to the base of that hill and just nearly avoid that tree line on the right side. It's better to have a bullet than something soft because you're going to fade out. I've yet to see really too many righty forehands in this, but I'm hoping Andrew's going to pull one off. Willie went backhand with I don't even know what, but he'll have an easy 3 from there. Yeah, why don't more righties throw forehand on this? I feel like that's the play, isn't it?
You know, I've always have done that, and I think round 1 I actually went backhand for some reason. But I mean, your main worry on this hole is just getting through that gap, because if you shoot straight down, there's actually a little bit of a OB pile right there. But if you're getting through that gap and anywhere towards that hill, try to have it skip up to get a look. This is definitely, I would say, borderline bonus birdie.
I would agree.
It's a little bit too wide
Goes through the tree?
I'm going to drop straight down.
Probably like what, 50-footer, 40-footer?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Close enough to run it. That looks like more of a ideal shot from Josh. No skip though.
You running it? You laying up? I'm guessing you're running it.
I always lay up.
Oh, you did, right? You dirty dog.
No, I tried running it. I got scared though.
I mean, from that kind of height, you got to put a lot of pitch action on that. Ooh, yeah. Great putt by Kyle. Nice bonus birdie for that boy.
Just off.
So I know last year you were putting with Fireflies towards the end of the season. What are you putting with these days?
So I got the Glow D-Line P2s. I played with P2s before the Fireflies, so I just kind of went back with them. Been liking them a lot. Just a little better for my Circle 2 putting, I think. A little more extra glide at the end.
And I also heard a rumor that Fireflies are nearly impossible to get these days. Is that true? Are they pretty widely available?
They're making them here and there. I know like the first runs, people are kind of sought after, so there's a little harder to get. But actually, they just stopped making the Glow D-Lines too, the P2s, so...
Of course. As soon as Andy starts putting with them, they're like, not anymore.
We got hole 8 here, 252 feet. Probably just a backhand putter shot, but you really want to make sure to have a soft landing here, because if you go past the basket deep, it just goes all the way downhill. So definitely a gettable hole, but
oh my gosh,
tricky landing zone.
But he'll have a nice uphill putt from there, so you can probably give it a good run.
I think Willie's going back to that Challenger OS, it looks like, maybe?
It does, yes.
I think almost aced that one. That's a problem with running this basket. You can go so far so quick.
Did you guys have like an ace bounty on this hole? Because from what I've seen, all you guys are just blowing right past it. Like, are you trying to bang chains on this one?
I mean, I actually paid in for the ace pool for this tournament, so you have to run it once in a while.
Now, I don't know about you, but since I've been in Holland, there's not as many gamblers. But in KZoo, I can guarantee you, we would have had all 4 people betting $50 for this ace. Okay.
I was just trying to play. I was just laying up on that one. I kind of like the forehand approach on this hole. It plays a little better with the action on the hill, and I can't quite get the soft landing with the backhand putter like these guys are doing or trying to do.
Super hyzer.
Really pretty good though out of the hands. That was a lot of hyzer though. We got Kyle here for his Circle 2 look, but with his AVR just short.
Man, does Kyle ever take his sunglasses off when he plays, or you just? I don't know how they don't come off his head ever. Like, I've seen him throw drives with that stuff. I don't. He
just like throws so smooth. It's not like an aggressive throw, so it just bounces on his head. I feel like
Yeah, it's so dirty though. Or maybe he buys like the kids' sunglasses so it like fits his head, so they won't pull themselves off.
How do you do it? Don't you usually wear sunglasses?
Only when I putt. I have to throw them on the ground. That's why I stick with like
the Crew 42 ones.
42 sunglasses. Yeah, I got like 20 pairs at home, stashed away in my vault. Anyways, we got hole 9, 222. Poke and pray. Good luck. Have fun. Typical Michigan hole. So.
This is actually one of my favorite holes, to be honest.
You're sick. All right, we're stopping this commentary right now.
Got a forehand pro pig, super flippy pig.
What?
Yeah, just
pin high.
Just throw it through the gap and hope it goes near the basket.
That's so good.
I think Josh is going for the backdoor hyzer route. There's a couple skinny routes back that way, and it's a pretty safe play to try to get like a Circle 2 look. If you get clean all the way through, it's definitely you can get there. And that one got there.
That one goes all the way through too? Man, that looked like an old school Jaybird stamp too. It's like a relic these days.
Kyle goes for the more traditional up the middle route. Just hitting one of the last roots. Otherwise, that was going to probably slide up into the circle. But still has a putt for it.
What is that white disc Willie's throwing? I want to say it's maybe a buzz or a wasp. I don't know, because he threw it on back on, what was it, hole 6 as well?
Right. I would say probably a wasp. That's my guess.
Ooh.
I think that one actually hit off the tree, too, and almost still went in.
Only in Michigan, guys. Only in Michigan. Oh, and you know those challengers are slightly beadless, so slide right up in there. Great putt by Willie, though.
Wait, how can it be slightly beadless?
Well, it's like a micro bead. If you see like a focus, it's got a big bead, and then the challenger has a micro bead, so it's slightly. But I don't know about you, but I always kind of rub mine off on the concrete, so go a little straighter, but...
Whatever works.
You're almost there.
Great birdies by Josh Taylor, Andrew Marwede, and Willie Prince on that last one. Right now we got hole 10, 275 feet. So basically once you get over that hill, it kind of just declines in elevation up to the right. Kind of a tough shot, easy to blow past it if you don't hit any trees, but definitely one of the newer additions to Flip City. So
Such a nice little landing area here next to the green. I really like the change from I think it was like maybe last year they changed it over to the right. Mm-hmm. But just a turnover backhand mid-range shot or a wide forehand. Obviously I'm going with the forehand route on this one.
Oh.
Sit. Oh, God,
PJ
sit.
For days. Those sexy Firebirds, I tell ya. You just wait, one day they're going to be Marwede Firebirds.
Josh also going with the forehand. A little inside, nothing wrong with that, though. Nice little roll. Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's a great pro roll.
Right there.
You only get pro rolls like that when you're throwing Discraft in Discraft country, so take notes, boys.
Willie opting for the turnover mid-range. Stalls out a little bit early, but nothing wrong with that. He's on the putting green.
Looks like we have another turnover. Probably his rock, right?
Yeah.
Yup. So Willie and Kyle are going to be walking buddies. Yeah, I mean, what would you say the percentage of the field would be that would, birdie this hole?
So I don't know, because it's hard to get over that hill, and then with that second mound there, to really get all the way through. So it was actually a pretty good card here for everybody to have a putt. But I would say maybe close to half of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, what is it? Those tall shots and those chain stars lately.
A little high, but definitely could have caught.
So sick.
Pulls a little bit, probably wants that one back.
Great birdie by Andrew Marwede here. Pulling ahead by 2 strokes now. Let's see if he can hold on to that little lead he's got going on. Is Kyle rocking the goatee now? Is that what that is? Because usually he's got like a big old bear beard going on. Like, I couldn't tell the difference between him and a black bear, seriously, if I saw him in the woods.
I mean, I've been growing mine for like 5 months, but maybe in a couple more years I'll get there.
It's that wisdom beard you got going on. Anyways, we got hole 11, 344 feet. Basically, what would you say? It's slightly downhill?
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah, so I mean, basically you can just kind of throw something out to the left and have it crash into that hill and be good to go. Or if you're a forehand player, out to the left as well. Did I say left twice? Doesn't matter.
Oops. It's taking my stable destroy here, trying to throw it maybe like 60 feet more to the right.
Did you guys have some wind on that hole this time?
I definitely remember there being a kind of a headwind, so I was trying to trust the stable disc and just kind of early released it.
Oh, Jesus. And I also see those rock piles in the fairway, are those considered inbounds or out of bounds, or how does that work?
Those ones are inbounds. The only out of bounds in the fairways are the flower gardens.
Okay. Great drive by, what was that, Josh Taylor?
Yep. But if you hit the rocks and knock one of the piles over, it's just bad karma. So it's essentially, I'd rather be OB than knock one of those rock piles over.
I don't blame you.
I don't want that bad juju on this course. Got Willie Prince here throwing a nice stable shot, putting it inside the circle. Looks like Kyle's going to take the same line, just taking a nice stable distance driver out wide. Actually, he's going for the more straight approach.
I don't know, it seemed like a little bit of an early release, I thought.
Still not too far away, though. He kept it low enough for it didn't drift away too far.
We got 3 wicked headwind putts to watch here. Let's see which ones go in.
Oh, sit. Sit. Oh, no.
Oh.
So sick.
So you've just seen one of the famous Flip City rollaways. Hopefully we won't see too many more on this feature video, but it is Flip City. Great par save though.
But I hate bogeys so much.
Are you sure that one was outside though?
Who's
That was
counting?
pretty close.
That was way outside. See how much wobble was on that? Whatever makes it go in, though.
That's right.
I got a screwed view and a crew view. Back-to-back shots.
Kai Williams got...
Oh, wait. Another screwed view. Oh, sit down. Oh, that's not too bad.
Classic case of getting big putted here. Let's see if he can hold it together.
Just short. That's what happens, too, on this hill. If you hit any type of metal and it gets the disc on edge, there's a very good chance it's going to roll away.
Ooh, even that one was close. Getting squirrely out there. Open card. Yeah, I know Kyle was on the... I know I saw him on the Facebook doing quite a few of those virtual putting leagues. Did you notice if his putting was better than it has been?
I mean, he's always been one of the best putters in Michigan, Circle 1 and Circle 2. And probably because he switched over to those AVRs. Maybe that's why, too.
I mean, what was he putting with before?
Magnets, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Hole 1A here, 260 feet. Pretty downhill. Really just want to throw your straightest disc and make sure you throw it down. The only mistake here you can have is maybe leaving it nose up, short left, or going way past. But Josh actually gives that a pretty good ace run.
Yeah, if you see that V there down in the middle, if you can basically get a shot through that, you're looking at a nice ace run. So we got Andy Marwede here with a pig, I'm guessing.
Yeah, just dies. Right there in the circle, though. Happy
So,
with
I mean, were you expecting it to skip, or what?
that. I just kind of threw it. I was trying to just hoping to park it, but when I threw it short, I was hoping for the skip. Those pigs usually like to tend to not skip, which is usually good.
Yeah.
Willie throwing a nice shot there. So Kyle's going to throw a stable mid-range, nice hard and flat.
Smart play.
Works out pretty good.
Ooh, great putt. A little high, but finally getting him to stick, giving him some of that Ying sauce in the putting green. Yeah, so I mean, as far as putting on this green goes, the only place you don't want to be is behind that rock right there. That rock does make it a little bit tough if you do leak off onto that side. So, I mean, if you're going to throw, make sure you're hyzering out a little bit early, because... Yeah.
I think once Kyle makes his tap in, it'll be a star frame.
Yeah, good star frame, guys. I actually have a guy who's local from Holland. We'll save that for later. So front 12 scores, we got Andy 6 down, Willie Prince 4 down, Josh Taylor 4 down, and Kai Williams at 3 down with one of those little red bogeys. Keeping it pretty close so far, but we'll see how the next 12 develops. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to tune in for round 2 of the Flip City Open. Also, make sure to hop on to Patreon and support our Crew 42 team here. They work hard and they work cheap, so give them something to live off of. Nobody likes ramen and corn for dinner every night.
Or spam.
Or spam.
Except for us. Spam is life. The Broke Tour. All right, see you guys for the back 12.